So let's talk about lowball offers. You buyers, you love making them. And sellers, they always think,
wow, this is garbage.
So why do they keep happening? Well, let's talk about it. The number one reason why we see lowball offers happening tends to be condition of the home. Now, a precursor to this is buyers don't care what the asking price of the home is. They will still look at it this way. They walk in, well, the paint needs some touch up and the floor needs refinishing and oops, it needs a set of shingles on the roof. 10 grand, 20 grand, 30 grand, it's gonna cost me some ching ching, baby. So they ask for that off the price of the home. Yet, if the home is priced in according to these things needing to be finished, and now you want them to go ahead and finish them on top of it, or reduce the price so that you can finish them, well, now you're asking the homeowner to not only reduce it, taking into consideration the condition already, you want them to renovate it too, or at least pay for your reno. So now you're asking somebody to sell you a home at 300 grand, renovate it so it's worth 500 grand, and just give me that deal. I'd love that deal myself. If those existed, I'd take them all day, and that's all I would do is buy and sell again and buy and sell again. Yet it doesn't work that way. But that's the number one reason why people tend to lowball offers on homes. Reason number two, influence of others. Friends, family. You know what? It tends to be a thing where your parents tend to not want you to get hurt. And I'm not picking on parents. I've got beautiful parents of my own, and I am a parent, and I wouldn't want my kids getting hurt. So sometimes we have the mentality of, don't touch that, don't go there, don't get up there, don't fall off of that, you're gonna get hurt. And that comes into play with home buying. Sometimes the people who are giving you the loudest advice are the people who are the most afraid of investing in general. And yet, they're willing to let you keep renting unless you get some spectacular deal for the ages. So they tell you, oh, well, I wouldn't live in this. I hear phrases all the time like, I wouldn't let a dog live in here. And I don't know why people throw those at people. If the home is priced right and the market is right, if rental rates in the area are great and you're buying an investment home, there's so many reasons why you should buy that home. Yet the influence of others will make you second guess it, especially if it's your first home. So they tend to want you to take a run at the price, and they want you to knock that price down as much as they can just so they feel comfortable knowing that somebody close to them is comfortable. And what happens? Well, the seller reacts the same way they do with reason number one, and they fire you back a great big gigantic rejection. Could be a middle finger. We don't want either. We want them to want to work with us. So careful on the influence of others if it's based on their own lack of comfort with the process. That happens a lot. People are uncomfortable, they project it onto you, and then they put you in a situation where nobody wants to deal with you at all, and that kind of stinks as well. Reason number three is some people just mentally cannot picture paying what somebody's asking for a home. They just can't do it. No matter how much you show them the comparables, what the market is going for, they could lose 2, 3, 4 homes in a row to multiple bids, and they will still want to fire, well, I'm not paying what they're asking. That's crazy. Yet I want you to think about this for a minute, because this happened in our local market here over and over again for the past 2 years. Every single home was selling above what the asking price was. Now, why is that? Is it because people were actually just literally overpaying? Well, here's the funny thing. Most of the average asking prices for homes didn't actually go up when the market went up. What happened were a lot of the local agents and homeowners were buying into the idea that if I price it below market value, I will sell way faster for way more money than if I price it way above. So sometimes we mentally get twisted up thinking, I can't pay what they're asking. That's a crazy way to negotiate. Yet, what if the entire market is hovering just at what they're worth or 5-10% below what they're worth, and then the bidding war happens? These are very smart sellers who get the process done in one weekend, in and out. They don't disrupt their lives for the long term, and they get it done for top dollar, and they offer it to market less than what it's actually worth to make that happen. So sometimes we get caught up with wanting to spite the fact that we can't pay asking, yet we might actually be getting a great deal even if we go over asking. It all depends on what the value is, and we can vet that. We can tell you what the value is worth. And reason number 4 why this happens is, well, let's be honest, sometimes the homes are just overpriced. And it happens. When you see a market that's thriving and everybody's selling for tons of money, well, sometimes sellers shoot the gun. I've gone into homes where sellers have said to me, John, have you seen the market though? Oh, yeah, I'm living it every day. I gave you a price that you should list your home at based on the current market. And I'm really excited for you because it's a great market. And they go, yeah, we want to add $50K onto that because the market is just crazy. There's no inventory. And they price themselves way above what they could ever realistically fetch for the home. And now buyers only give you lowball offers, if they give you any offers at all. So reason number 4 is sometimes the denial of sellers to realize that the market is good, but it's not your ticket to early retirement and paying off all of your debt. And it's It's not a personal bank account that we can just choose the amount. Once again, if we could, I would sell my home right now for way too much money, and I would laugh all the way to the bank, and I would buy ridiculous things. Yet I'm not. So all of these things combined, I just wanted to change the perspective a little bit that when you're a buyer, most of the time when you send a lowball offer, it is not going to go anywhere. And you might have a cousin or a friend or a family member who actually went through the process once. Maybe they got some trash bank foreclosure that the bank didn't have that much of a loan out on, and they just let it go for a great deal. Do these things happen sporadically? They do. They sometimes happen. Are they common? They are not. It is not the normal. And here's another tip. Most sellers aren't selling because they're going under financially. And that's a thing that buyers think sometimes, is that I'm riding in on my white horse to save the day and my garbage offer is exactly what you need to not go down the shitter. And that's not the way the things work. Sometimes, but not always. So rely on getting the information, the facts, what you need. Be careful how you approach it, because that first counter offer you get is usually the maximum movement you will see from a seller in the negotiation process. So if you send them trash and they lob you trash back, well, now you have two people who often want to spite each other and they never get a deal done just because they don't like each other's approach. Let's all want to work with each other, and let's see if we can put something together that's value for both sides, because that's where the happy medium is. Hopefully this helps. Hopefully it curbs some of those lowball offers, because my God, in the negotiation, when the buyers and sellers don't see the agent communications, they're hard to bring these together. Sometimes it's literally just like, we don't need to do that to each other. Anyways, if you want to subscribe, please do so. If you want to comment a topic you would like to talk about, please do that as well. I would love to hear from you on what is in your brain when it comes to real estate. So please, by all means, comment, like this video, feel free to share it, subscribe. It helps out an awful lot, and I appreciate it. Until next time.